Hello folks, welcome to the Tennessee Bible Museum. I'm Gene Albert. We have some exciting news here at the museum. What is it? Well, we're going to move this whole row of bookcases here, and we're going to take 5 of these and make another wall, and we're going to have another room in the museum. It'll be a free room for people to come into the gift shop and the bookstore, and also to cruise into the missionary room. It's going to be the missionary room. Major missionaries and major missionary stories we'll have in there. We'll have a lot of their original old books of people like William Carey. William Carey's called the father of missions. He was the first major missionary to India, won millions of people to Christ through his translation work. He was such a linguist. You need to know William Carey. Also other people, Amy Carmichael. We'll have a section on Amy Carmichael. We'll have some other things that are exciting. But right now I want to take you into the back room and show you what we're going to do with this room. We're in the back here at the back of the museum where the new missionary room will be. These boxes behind me represent 2 large display cases, glass display cases that some generous donor gave to us. And we have another gentleman that gave another display case. So if we're not a large conglomerate here, we're a small mom and pop Tennessee Bible Museum, but we do as best we can with what we have. So these are the bookcases, display cases that will be here and house missionary letters from missionaries all over the world and rare books. All right, we're standing backstage here in the new missionary room. I'm standing here with our good friend Wayne Cook. Wayne, you were some of the first people we met here when we came to Pigeon Forge. Right. You were a local pastor. Tell the people about your...
Yeah, one of the things that I saw, y'all were moving in here at the time, knocked on the door, and just was curious about what was going on in here in the Tennessee Bible Museum. And I was working down at the First Baptist Church down in Pigeon Forge. After being here for quite a while, about a year and all, the idea came up about this mission room. And I was telling you that the church started working with some of our mission teams that we developed, and they went to Kenya, Africa,
right,
and worked with the Maasai. Okay. And this is one of the story cloths. I'll just kind of show you.
That's when you got this guy.
Yeah, that guy right there. He's one of the Maasai. That's a carved piece that came all the way from Kenya, Africa. But what we did was, and what they continue to do, is give out the story cloths. And this is the
story of the gospel?
Yeah, the gospel and all on cloth. And so instead of reading it, they would tell the story by pictures. So they would have this under the acacia trees and out in the bomas and share the gospel. And so we're going to be sharing a little bit of that here as well.
Yeah, great.
The local mission work.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Well, thank you. And Wayne, like I say, he's volunteering, helping us a couple times a week here at the Tennessee Bible Museum, filling in. Somebody I can really count on, and I appreciate it.
I've been here a year and there's
now.
So much to see.
Yeah, there is
in this place, and I hadn't seen it all. And I've been here a year.
Right. Well, in this room, some of the things we'll be talking about are great missionaries. Now, here's one, David Livingstone. David Livingstone is a great missionary. I don't know if you know the story about David, but you know how he was, Dr. Livingstone, I presume. They sent people to look for him in Africa when he was lost for almost a year. They thought he was lost out there. But listen, this gentleman here, if you don't know the story, read a book about him, because he, of all people, they found him. You know how he died, Wayne?
No.
He died. The natives found him. He died a natural death. He was sick, but they found him kneeling at his bed. He was still kneeling in prayer at his bed when they found him.
How about that?
Now, the Missionary Society in England sent him to Africa to do all this work. And so they came over and tried to get the body of Livingstone. Well, the natives wouldn't give it up. They said, his body belongs with us. He belonged here. So they compromised. What happened? His body, they shipped it back to England for a proper funeral, but they cut his heart out. They cut his heart out and buried it in Africa, because he says his heart belonged in Africa, but you can have his body. So isn't that a great story? Now this here is Robert Moffat, another missionary. People should know these stories. Also, look at this, Among the Cannibals. Stories in this book about cannibalistic people that actually killed some people, missionaries, and what people put up with for the furtherance of the gospel over years. We're going to have a lot of Chinese. We have a lot of rare foreign language Bibles that come in here.
Sure.
This is going to be a place where people will enjoy it. And right behind you are those bookcases that you helped us secure. You helped, you and Reggie and others. So we're just excited about this room opening up. It probably about a month, I say, we should be up and running here at the Missionary Room at the Tennessee Bible Museum.